Hi, welcome back for this session on this Saturday. Uh, and we just finished one demo on versions. You saw this demo on versions. So we have finished this demo, and now let's continue with the next part, which is what are the different configuration files and things which can be done. So as I was telling you, there is this appcfg command which can be used to update at the command line. Just like you can do in using Eclipse, you can run this command at the command line, and with the update index application name. So this will also upload the application. You can update the queues or update the cron jobs, these are the files which will store the tasks in queue or a cron. We'll see more later. But you can use the appcfg command to configure the application. And so also there are certain settings which can be seen in the console. This is just exploring the console. So we'll just see the console. So there is an application settings option over here. You can see using this application settings, you have this application title. You can set the cookie expiration, authentication type from here. You can specify the memcache service, but this may be soon migrated to the newer console. And also log file, how long the log files will be retained. So it says 1 GB of log storage or 90 days of logs will be stored. So it is configuring certain services. Host your app engine on a third-party domain. So somebody was asking about domain configuration. So you can also add a domain name and configure so that this is hosted on a domain name. And then there is disable data store writes and disable or delete application. So you can delete this application or disable it here. So these are application related settings available over here. There is billing status. There is a billing status. So now it says you have to go to Google Cloud Console. Currently it is free. But supposing you had a very good site case where people are coming in and you want to enable the billing, so you have to go to this billing option over here, and here you have to specify your credit card or debit card information. So you have to fill out the form over here and fill out your credit or debit card information over here, and they would not charge you anything right now. Probably do a $1 transaction in the beginning, but to be sure that this information is correct, and later on you will be able to do the work using this credit card. This is about various features which are available in the console. So I was showing you this uh, application administration screen which is available. Then you can change certain settings, permissions from here. Okay, yeah, you can specify some more developers to work with you in the app engine, same project. So this is about the versions and the instances. So now I was also talking about instances. You can see over here, written over here, dynamic. So this is a dynamic instance currently. If you want, you can change the configuration file and make this as static instance. So it's showing over here how much memory is being used when this instance had started, and you can even shut it down using the shutdown button given at the corner screen. Here on the right hand corner there is a shutdown button. So this is the instance which is running in the background. There are some application settings, domain, custom domain, search, memcache we have already seen, quota details. So this will show you how much of quota you are using. For example, it says 2.58 of 28 instance hours I have used today, and quotas are reset every 24 hours. Next reset after 3 hours. This is Pacific time. So wherever you see a little bit of green, code and static file storage of 0.01 of 1 GB I'm using. Recipient's email 1 of 100 in last 24 hours. So 7 of 10,000 deployments I have done today. So I can do 10,000 times deployment. So can you imagine deploying 10,000 in 24 hours? So this is pretty sufficient. But here you can see the quota details. Look at this task queue shortly. My dashboard. You can explore on your own various options which are there. So this is the dashboard, quotas which are there, how you can enable billing, some billing related events, So we just looked at a couple of concepts related to versioning and the different quotas, the different options which are available in the App Engine controls. So let's continue with this and see how we can secure an application. So what happens is that there is something called as denial of service attack. See, somebody can tell me what is denial of service attack? DOS. Denial of service attack. What is denial of service attack? Anybody have heard of this term? Yes, no? DOS. Denial of service attack on a server. Yeah. So can you explain this, Anjali? Good to have you now. What is denial of service attack? Or this happen on an internet server, DOS? Talk to Anjali. When database is accessed, it takes authorized site, unauthorized site. When database is accessed, it takes unauthorized site. I'm not clear, Sravnan, what that means, but let's talk to Anjali if she can tell me. Good morning, Anjali.
Good morning, sir.
So can you explain what is denial of service, DOS?
If you just talk about DOS,
Your voice is...
machine and network. Hello,
Yeah,
is it audible?
yeah.
Yeah. It is a process in which to make the machines and a network unavailable to the intended users.
Okay. So how does it happen? How does this denial of service happen?
In denial of service, we just block the network. We can say unless traffic we can put over there.
Very good.
Because of that, the user is not able to access a machine and a network.
Excellent. Thank you. Okay. So very nicely explained by Anjali. And also from Guwahati, denial of services attempt to make a network resource unavailable. Sorry. So, okay, got it. So now you understand what is denial of service. For the benefit of everybody, I'll tell you that server is there, it's giving out the information, but you can flood that server with fake requests so that the actual users are not able to access the information. So that is called as denial of service, because the server is very busy trying to service some fake request. Okay. So when something like this happens, you can block, in this case also, the server which is sending fake requests. Okay, something like somebody is sending fake requests and you keep on answering that person. You are wasting your time. So using this feature which is there for securing the application, we can blacklist a IP or a network or a subnet on the server. So we can secure our site so that the server doesn't give me problems. So somebody keeps on disturbing me, I can block him. Something like on the phone you have a block a number, phone number. We keep on getting these phone calls which are marketing calls. Please buy this, please buy this, please buy this. And we can probably block those phone numbers on our phone. So that is because it's preventing me from doing my work. It's denial of service attack, similar to that in my phone. So secure an application by implementing a denial of service protection this is what we will be studying now. UL fetch service with HTTPS method to service request transmitted over the network in an encrypted form. Use URL fetch service with HTTPS method. So we'll see this also. And to block an IP address, configure the code in the dos.xml. So there is a denial of service.xml. This is how it looks like. So there is a blacklist entries. In blacklist, there is a subnet. If you want to specify any IP address, a single IP address can be blocked, or you can also have a range or a subnet complete thing getting blocked. So you can give this to block, let's say IP 1.2.4.5, or if you want to unblock all the IP addresses, then you delete all this and just give blacklist entries, so it will get unblocked. The IP address will get unblocked. So there is a small activity, and it is interesting to see how you can do this. So we are trying to do this denial of service attack prevention. Our site is getting attacked, so we would want to specify on the app engine whether you want to allow those IP addresses or block those IP addresses in the blacklist. And then once we have blacklisted, we can see what is it that we have blacklisted. So once the blacklist happens, we'll get a message like, we are sorry, but your network or computer may be sending automatic queries to the protect users. We can't process your request. So this is what will the attacker will get to see, because we will block him. I will block him so that he cannot trouble me. And also you can see the IP addresses which are blocked in the console. So let's look at this activity. So here we are creating a new, or the same file which we have got last time. We can keep on using that. But we have to create a new file called dos.xml. Where we have got to create it? For example, my endpoint folder. WebINF. Over here. Over here in WebINF folder, I have to create a new file called in my endpoint source main my source WebINF. Right click and say new others. XML file. So select the XML file option. Say dos.xml. Say finish. So a new file has got created, which is an XML file. We can open it in a text editor. This is an XML file. Now over here we have to add entries of the IP address which we want to block. Now I don't know which IP address to block of a attacker because there is no attacker. So what I can do is I can find what is my IP address currently. So there is this, Google tells me that this is my IP address. I just want to block my own self because that's why I will be able to show you the warning or the blocking part. So I will just save this IP address over here and in the blacklist entries I have to make HTML tag like this. So a small XML code which I have typed in over here. Currently I will just put this in my denial of service. Assume that I am myself disturbing myself. So I have blocked some IP address 125.17.176.50 and I will deploy this. Oh, very sorry, there was supposed to be a slash blacklist, so I'll have to do it again. Currently that is still coming because it's not deployed. So let's see if it is able to deploy this. Till the time it deploys, let me show you some slides. If I can go ahead. So we'll come back to when it's finished deploying. Till the time I will talk about the next topic, which is URL fetch service. What it allows me to do is, it allows me to get information from other URLs and display it on my site. So okay, it's just about to deploy it. So App Engine application can connect with other sites on the internet and retrieve data and communicate with web services. So it does this through scalable service called URL fetch service. And URL fetch service works with both HTTP and HTTPS. Let me just show you the output of this first, and then we'll see more on this URL fetch service. Okay, so now it's finished deploying. Now let's see if I try to access this site again. Allow me to do that. Probably because it's version 2 which is getting blocked. So okay. So you can see some kind of a message which has started coming. Attacker might be trying to steal your information. Something. Ah, very good. So you can see the message. We are sorry, but your computer or network may be sending automated queries. To protect our users, we cannot process your request right now. This message is coming because I have blocked my own IP address to give you a demo using the blacklist option. Also, if I go to App Engine console, there is an option over here which says blacklist. So the IP address which I had entered is coming over here. So it says over here IP address number of rejects 1. So top 25 blacklist rejected visitors last 60 minutes. So I have just now shown you how you can specify an IP address and block it for a site. Also, you can also give some syntaxes like this. I was just showing you single IP address, but you can give a subnet to block by giving slash some subnet. So a subnet is blocked. You can block a IP6 address like this and block an IP6 subnet by using something like this. So when you do this entries in your dos.xml, so it will block it. So it says you may define maximum of 100 blacklist entries, and that is the limitation. And once you want to undo this, you have to give just blacklist entry slash to get back. That is, I want to remove this, so I will remove all this and then again deploy this. Sorry. Wrong command. You can give this. To remove the blacklist entries. This is when you give this, then your blacklist will be removed. Is this clear? Please click Y, yes, plus. Only 2-3 people have clicked. Others are still waiting. Okay, thank you. So, once we do this deployment, this will go away and we will get a blank blacklist. Right now it's not deployed completely. It's in the process of deploying. These are small features to secure something, secure site, and next we talk about URL fetch service. So now it has finished deploying. So you can see no blacklist entries are now defined, and if I now try to refresh this page, I'm getting my page back. So my blacklist has been removed. Now I'm not blacklisted anymore. So let's go back to what we were discussing. So we just saw how to blacklist and remove the blacklist for denial of service, and we saw how we can see our IP address which has been blocked. So next service is the URL fetch service. By default this uses port 80 and port 445 of HTTPS. So these standard libraries are used to fetch URLs that call URL fetch service behind the scene. And with standard libraries, the URL fetch service uses default behavior such as the fetch deadline in 5 seconds. Okay, so the response size gets truncated if it is exceeding 32 MB. So there are these restrictions. The request size is up to 5 MB only, and the HTTP redirects are up to 5 times before returning the response to the application. Now, can you think of where we would want to use URL fetch service? Sending requests more than once to fetch the content is known as HTTP redirect. Where will we use this fetch URL service? Or where can we use this fetch URL service? For example, let's say there are various news sources. So from there I can fetch the information and display it in a small area on my web page. Whatever is the latest news, whatever is the latest stock market quote, I can fetch from some other URL and I can display it on my URL, my site. So information like weather, stock, which is being provided by other sites, I can pick up and then display it on my site using this URL fetch service. And this is how we do it. There is a URL fetch API package. So there is a fetcher. So you say get URL fetch service is the initialization. This is the URL which we are fetching. New URL http foxnews.com. We get the response back by passing this URL to the fetcher.fetch function, and then we can display the response on the screen using this response.getContent. Simple. So, for example, now over here, develop an application to fetch a web page using URL fetch service. So what it is doing is it's trying to get some information from some other site. So let's look at this small activity. So we're creating a new App Engine application. Servlet. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. I was in a hurry. I have not specified my app ID or this. I think I've already deployed this application. is how it should work. So it has, it will go to the Fox News site and pick up that whatever information is there and display it on my site. So I had actually done this earlier. Let me just do this again from the code perspective. So there is a project which I have created, A14.1 URL fetch, which I am going to use. This is the code we'll put in. So in the servlet, we will start with over here, current time, URL fetch service, get URL fetch service, URL, new URL www.foxnews.com. We get the response, then we display this response, and then we also display the total processing time, how much time it took to process this request. The import section, add these. So with this little bit of code, we can use the fetch service of Google App Engine. Then we can deploy this now. Okay, I made a mistake. I didn't do this step. I did not change web.xml. Okay, but anyways, so this is working now. So you just saw that code which is fetching the information from other sites. This is clear? This activity where we are using URL fetch service. Can we all others say yes, no? So we come to so you can also use the URL class from the java.net package to fetch the URL. For example, another activity where now we are doing two sites instead of one. One is CNN, IBN, and another is Fox News. So we are picking up pages or content from those sites and displaying them over here, and this is the kind of output which we will get. That is links from Fox News and from CNN, IBN. Okay, so now we are going to pick up news from two sites and display it on our own web page. This is something like what happens when I click over here. When I say news.google.com, it picks up links from various sites and creates this web page for me. And this is a very dynamic page. The links keep changing, and the page keeps getting updated with latest news. So something similar we are attempting with just 2 sites. And to do that, this is the code we will have to use. So there is a URL class where we specify the URL from where we want to read the information. Then we read the information by saying URL open stream. So now over here, reader.skip means how many lines you want to skip or how many bytes you want to skip. And then we will display those 12 lines. Let's say 12 lines we are displaying over here from reader.line and incrementing the counter and ending the div, first div. Then what we are doing is we are opening the second URL, reading the content, skipping initial content of the site because that may be something else, and then saying latest news from CNN, IBN. And while line is not null, counter is less than equal to 25. 25 lines we are picking and displaying over here. So it's a very simple code. We have picked up URL and then displaying its content. The only thing is we have to deploy this. Let's make a new application. Okay, I will use this ID A1312 to blacklist. So in this it says add this code to the servlet. So here URL fetch demo has come. This So I've added the code for URL fetch demo. Also it says if you want you can change index.html. Now let's run this. No problem. That is not important. It has got some Fox News and CNN, IBN News. Actually no links on Fox News, but CNN, IBN News. Also, if you don't want this page to come, that is the steps which are given. Hello App Engine, available servlet. This you don't want. Then what you need to do is you go to this web.xml, open it as text page, and in the welcome file instead of index.html, you have to give URL fetch demo. Where is the page for that? So now that welcome page will not come, hopefully. It was cache, Getting from cache. Now it's working. My welcome page is not coming. Now let me deploy this onto Google App Engine. Deploy it to Google App Engine. Currently, this is the application which is coming. So we are waiting for deployment to complete, so that fresh demo comes instead of this. Getting news from CNN, IBM, but from Fox News, maybe they've changed the format of news. So we'll have to check the site and the code and change it so that it picks up some information from Fox News. Maybe we'll try to check some other site. Anyways, so you understand the idea that we are picking up the values from other site and displaying it on our own site. That is the idea behind this fetch URL. Okay. Next interesting topic is image manipulation. We can do the manipulation of image from our code itself. That means we can resize the images. We can resize our images. We can rotate it. We can flip it. We can crop it. All this is possible through code, and we can get the properties, height, width of the image. So to do that, there is a blob store service API which has create upload URL. Map the servlet which handles the upload of an image. So over here, let's say when I say blobs.get my file, so this new file is being uploaded. So get uploads method is provided to upload the image, and this is the code template where you define a map of blobs and blob store service dot get upload requests. Then you have get blobs dot get my file assigned to blob key, and if blob key is not equal to null or is empty, then it redirects. So BLOB is binary large object. Binary large object, BLOB. binary large object. So from binary large object it will make an image, and the image service can use transform object and store in transformation instructions. And then once the transformation has been done, you can use the apply transform function to apply the transformation on this class, image service class, and this will accept the image from the transform object as the argument. So supposing you want to resize the image, you will get the image service object over here. Let's say this is the old image, which is from a binary large object picked up. Then you can transform that image using image service to actually make resize. So size of the image is being changed to 200 by 200, and then the new image is assigned the new image. So right now the transform is set that it'll make the image 200 by 200. It has not done it. Here when I say apply transform, these changes are applied to this old image. So you can accept JPEG, PNG, WEB, GIF, BNP, TIFF and ICO formats, and the image size cannot be more than 32 MB. Let's look at an activity where we will create a small dashboard like crop, flip vertical, and resize the image. So once we select an option, it will do that particular transformation. This is image transformation related code. So we will pick up the code and transform it using code image. Let's look at the steps. You have this option, copy project into workspace. Select this so that this copy is made onto your workspace. The code which is required to be put to transform the image. So what we'll do is we'll pick up the old image. Currently there is no transform applied. We specify the effect equal to resize or crop or flip horizontally or flip vertically. So based upon which option we select in the front end, this transform will get a value which will be doing that particular task. For example, make resize 200 by 200, make crop by 0.1, 0.1, 0.7, 0.7, else if effect equals flip horizontally. So this will make a horizontal flip or a vertical flip. And once the transform is there, this transform will be applied to the image. Image will be set as new image, and your this new updated image will be then displayed on the screen. Very simple code to transform the image. The only thing is we also have to write user interface to upload the image. We have to write the code to display the image. Upload the image and then transform the image. That is this servlet to upload the image. So we have to get this file and upload it, else we get an error. So in transform image, add the code to transform. Apart from the Java files, there are some two JSP files also. They are present over here. Let's see if there are changes in that. So let me replace this. This will display the radio buttons on the side, which we can click and then get the effects. Upload image. Let me just try this. Yes, you put up the servlet code in JSP. Yes, yes, it is in the JSP only. I am putting the right. No, I think. Oh, sorry. Upload servlet Java code. I am putting there. Sorry. Uh, I've got it right. So in this, we select our image from pictures, sample pictures. Take this one, load. So let's say I click on flip vertical, submit. Flip horizontal. So you can see the image has flipped. Earlier it's pointing towards, this circle is pointing towards the left side, and when I click on flip horizontal, it's pointing towards right hand side. Then we can click on crop. Crop is nothing but we have set some size, and resize also we have put some size. So these are some activities we are doing on the image. Let's try to deploy this on App Engine. I have not given an application ID. I should give an application ID. You should choose the latest App Engine 1.9.31, and then let's try to deploy. Deploy to Google App Engine. So where do you think this feature can be used? Just post your replies. Where do you think this image transformation can be used in the in your web application? Error has come. Cannot get system Java compiler. Use JDK. Where can this image transformation can be used? send me your reply. Where do you think we can use this image transformation tools in a web application? In your app engine, is this going to help somewhere? The image transformation. Where can this image transformation be used? This feature. Can you think where it can be used? Some ideas? Absolutely right. So profile picture kind of a thing. So you can resize it to a smaller size and display it. You can ask user to input a image and then you can put a small image of the user on your website um, along with his comments. So supposing he's posting something, along with it you can keep on displaying his image so that it becomes more interesting to watch. Currently some Java path it's not getting. You can also think of putting this as small games also. You can have image transformation helping out in creation of games also. Like if you have images, you can place them on the screen and let user control their positions and create games. Okay, so I think we'll have a small break of half an hour now. Till the time I'll figure out what's happening over here. And this is lunch break, and then we'll continue after that. There are two important topics after this, which is related to task queues and log files. So we'll see that right. We'll break now and come back at 1:30. Okay. So you just have half an hour break, and we'll come back at 1:30.